LSU travels to Fayetteville, Arkansas. I'm going back and forth with this game. It depends a lot on the health of some of these Arkansas players. LSU came off an absolute barn burner with Ole Miss, and I was very impressed with their defense in that game. I didn't talk about that much in their recap about their defensive effort in that game, but sure, there were some miscues by Ole Miss, right, that, kind of helped LSU's defense. But I think in general, they didn't make – Jackson Dart didn't look great in that game. He really didn't. I like Garrett Nussmeier did what he needed to when it mattered. I don't think he had his best game by any stretch of the imagination. This is a really interesting spot for me. Arkansas's defense has been, I'd say, maybe overlooked by just about everyone in college football, because you look around the SEC and there's definitely some other defenses that are playing better, and I think people had this preconceived notion that Arkansas's defense was going to be bad this season. But they're top 30 team in points allowed per game. They've accumulated 14 sacks. They've caused 7 turnovers. They're getting off the field. Only 33% allowed first downs on third downs. I mean, this has been a good defense. This defensive line has impressed me a lot. They put some teams under a ton of duress. I'm looking at Nico, thinking about Marcel Reed at Texas A&M. This is a different LSU offensive line. Since that South Carolina game, LSU has been an absolute stonewall on that offensive line, keeping Garrett Nussmeier upright. I don't think LSU's given up a sack since that game. So, this is tough, man. I think this is a great line. I think both of these teams can win this football game, but I think I'm gonna go. I don't know the health of Jaquin Jackson and Taylor Green. I think those matter. I think I'm gonna go with LSU. I'm gonna lay the -3 here. Is that what we're picking this at? Yeah. I think I'm gonna lay it. I think I'm gonna lay it with LSU. I don't feel great about it. It's not on my best bets at all. You're going onto the road into a hostile environment.
Night game.
A coach that still has a lot to prove if he wants to keep his job. A quarterback who's super athletic. A defense that's been playing really well. Yeah, and also too, Arkansas has a couple weapons on offense that are explosive. Andrew Armstrong, Tesla, Luke Haas, who we haven't even seen the can hasn't really been open this year for him, but he's made some plays when it's mattered. Quentin Jackson obviously has been awesome. Taylor Green, just such an athlete. Like, this Arkansas team is very sneaky. They're probably, would you say they're power rated probably in the top 25, top 30 at least, for sure, across the board?
They should be. I think definitely with the way they've played. Obviously, the Oklahoma State loss is going to hurt them, but yeah, the one I'm looking at has them. Wow, I don't even know where. 38? 38. Eesh, that's crazy. Regardless, though, I'm with you.
They should be power rated higher than that. Is that ESPN FBI?
No, I'm not going to say who it is, but it's ridiculous. Regardless, though, yeah, I'm actually going to take Arkansas here, right? I think this is a great spot for them. Yes, they come off the big win against Tennessee, right into a bye week. A lot to prove. You're also battling injuries, getting healthy. That's massive. LSU coming off a spot where they had a massive win, Death Valley at night, where they got absolutely outplayed, and they still find a way to win that game. They have been teetering on that line. I think for a while now, we've seen them be super vulnerable at times. Yeah, like you said, their defense definitely impressed me. It absolutely did. However, I think Bobby P, man, you give him 14 days to prepare for this game. And Sam Pittman, by the way, knows. He knows. I think this game is huge for them to keep his job. Like, you are staring down 7 wins if you can win this football game, which I don't think a lot of people would have said, especially after week 2. Holy cow. That would be massive. I think Taylor Green is super, super frisky. I think Nussmeier's also frisky and sometimes can be put in bad situations, especially if that D-line can get some kind of pressure against LSU's offensive line. Now, Ole Miss couldn't really do it in 50-plus passing attempts, right? Now, here's the thing, though, LSU, you're going to have to run the football, I think, to win this game or to close out Arkansas, right? Like playing from behind, sure, you don't have to run the ball. But if you want to win this football game and go on the road here, I think you're going to have to run the ball better than you have. And we'll see. We'll see if they can do that. I think it's going to be high scoring, though, and that's kind of a foreshadowing for, the counter potentially. But damn it, man. 6 o'clock, night game in Fayetteville. Taylor Green, if he's healthy, which I think he's going to play. Armstrong, they got difference makers back there. They have actual playmakers. They've played unbelievable. Jaquinton Jackson is a monster. Probably the second best running back in the SEC. Maybe right there with Dylan Sampson, in my opinion. And the way he's been playing, Armstrong is a legit wide receiver 1 in the SEC. I think Green, when he's playing well, is awesome. We've seen him make some mistakes at times, but I think at home, I think with a couple weeks to prepare and also get healthy too. Like sometimes when you're hurt, right, all you can really do is watch film and go on meetings and do other things. Obviously, you're doing rehab and all that good stuff, but like working on the mental side of things too, I think is awesome for a young quarterback. Learning the system, learning what he did wrong, learning the SEC, getting a feel for that. I don't know. I think it's a spot for me. Like sometimes schedule dictates some kind of outcomes and how you feel about certain situations. And to me, this is Arkansas here. Arkansas +3. Give me money line as well.